Gold Coast, they don't date. They just want to chill.
I'm the hot neighborhood mom. I'll never have less than 200 unread text messages.
At every single moment that we interacted, because
relationships with people, and those people really don't fuck with your
beyond something just sexual. A lot of it came from society and social media.
F my baby dad, but I slept with him. So what kind of woman?
you could have had a good man. You didn't want him because he was a cornball.
And you'll get hurt even more. Trust me, I did it. I made the mistake, and I'm here to help you.
I'm no meteorologist, but I'm pretty sure it's raining bitches.
How about we take a moment to give a round of applause to the single fathers out there? Seriously, these guys are like unicorns in a world full of drama queens. You never hear them whining or dragging their sob stories across social media.
Not that many options. There's a lot of guys out there just like you guys that don't want to be with us because we are mothers.
Oh.
We are mothers, and we are single mothers.
That wasn't a high five.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Men, this isn't the world we grew up in. Modern women have changed the game and it's rigged against you. Loyalty is dead. They don't care after they cheat. And yet, they demand an alpha, a provider, while giving nothing back. You're waking up and walking away for a reason. This isn't just another channel, it's your shield. A place where we expose the truth about modern women and reclaim our power. Join the brotherhood. Hit subscribe and protect yourself with the truth. Welcome to Protective Perspective, where men wake up.
So I just wanted to jump on here because I was just sitting here thinking in my head, and there's a part of motherhood that nobody prepared me for, nobody warned me about. It's the isolation. It's just, and let me just pause, this isn't going to apply to everybody. Some of you have these, large group of friends and you go out and do stuff with them all the time. You have groups of women that you, graduated from high school with that you still go out and do things with. Well, we don't all have that. So if that is you, this doesn't apply to you. Anyway.
If you're going to date somebody with kids, or if you're going to go into a relationship with somebody who has kids, don't get in the middle of people co-parenting relationship and then try to spin it and be like, I care about the kids. Bitch, no the fuck you don't. Because if you cared about the kids, you would stay in your motherfucking place. Y'all be making people life hard for no fucking reason. Y'all get in relationships with people and those people really don't fuck with your kids, and I'm confused as to how the fuck you don't see they don't fuck with your kids, but everybody else see that they don't fuck with your kids. And then y'all act like it don't matter. It matters. Your children have feelings just like you got feelings.
Basically, what this woman is saying is, hey, if you want to dodge a hurricane of drama, just don't date single moms. And honestly, she's not wrong. It's like the ultimate cheat code to avoid emotional baggage, unnecessary chaos, and having to play dad when you didn't even sign up for the role in the first place. Think about it. You avoid the ex drama, the my kid comes first speeches, and all the guilt tripping because you decided to treat yourself to a night out. It's self-care at its finest. Play smart, my friends. Let's move on to the next clip.
I'm the hot neighborhood mom. Of course I like to do yoga in my front yard in a sports bra. I'm the hot neighborhood mom. I know when all of the divorced dads are doing their drop-offs. I'm the hot neighborhood mom, and naturally I make the best cookies. I'm the hot neighborhood mom. I mean, the kids just love being at our house. I don't know why. I'm the hot neighborhood mom. I'll never have less than 200 unread text messages and about 40 DMs. I'm the hot neighborhood mom. I need directions for everything, and I just happen to like to ask your husband. I'm the hot neighborhood mom. Anytime we're doing a fundraiser, I think it would be a fun idea if a blind date with me was one of the auction items. Doesn't that sound fun for everyone? I'm the hot neighborhood mom. Some people like to call me Tammy Sue.
A lot of men will pass on single mothers because they don't want to be disrespected in their own house. And at the end of the day, that child is not his. And now he's dealing with another man's mess, another man's problem. And maybe that's an insensitive way to talk about children, but I'm sorry, that's how men see it. And this is just a whole headache that a lot of guys don't want to sign up for, or sign up for without realizing what they're signing up for.
Fellas, you do not want to be the next name scratched onto her victim list before you keep playing someone else's game. How about flipping the script and starting your own? Trust me, the risk and baggage are way lower, and the peace of mind, priceless. Here's the harsh truth. These women made their decision when they chose to have a kid without locking down a solid man first. Now they expect you to swoop in and save the day. Yeah, no thanks. Why sign up for a rigged game where you're set to lose? Play your own game, one where you're in control, no chaos and no fixing someone else's mess. Let's move on to the next clip.
I can be honest and say dating as a single mother is literally one of the loneliest processes in the world. Especially if you're young. I'm 26, but you had my daughter at 22. I think for me personally, a lot of my actions were driven around me not feeling worthy of a relationship beyond something just sexual. A lot of it came from society and social media telling me like, oh, single moms don't deserve true love. Nobody can ever love you if you have a kid. You're too difficult to deal with. But as I've gotten older, I've just realized that like being a single mom, just like having brown hair and brown eyes and the color of my skin doesn't define all of who I am. It's a trait, it's something that's a part of me and who I am, but it just doesn't define what I deserve in this life. I say it's lonely because it does take a while. You kiss a lot of frogs. You find a lot of people who reaffirm that feeling of you aren't worthy of anything more than something sexual. But in loneliness, I feel like it allows you to do a lot of reflective work. You're able to build support systems around you and really build yourself up so that when that perfect person does come along, you know how to act and receive.
As a single mother, I never wanted a man to have the power over me to say, it didn't work out, doesn't matter, I still fucked you.
Yeah, that's important.
I never wanted a man to have that power over me because men are vindictive in that way. And when things don't go the way that they want, when you hurt their fucking ego, they will use that shit against you.
Yeah.
So it was very easy for me to abstain from that situation because I always kept that in the back of my mind. So that's why I always laid my cards out on the table. And if I was looking to engage with a man just sexually, I needed to make sure that that's all he wanted to. Because then that's how we interacted with each other. And there was this level of respect between him and I that we held at every single moment that we interacted because I put that foot forward.
You know what? I actually agree with this woman for real. She's right about one thing, she did date and choose those types of guys. That's on her. What's wild is how she somehow managed to influence so many women in the comments with that nonsense. Like, I'm not even sure what power she thinks she has. Last time I checked, men hold the keys to marriage, not these twisted dating games she's playing. Her logic, all over the place. The only power she's holding on to is the ability to keep producing more single moms. Newsflash, men aren't sitting around waiting for that. If you're not willing to meet a man halfway, then guess what? It's goodbye. No man is sticking around for that kind of circus. Let's move on to the next clip.
So who takes care of you?
I do.
Anybody else?
My dog. It sounds crazy, but he does.
I cannot stand this shit. Bang, 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 click, click, reload, bang, bang, bang. Can't stand it.
Get this straight. So many modern day women think that they're the prize because basically they're a functioning adult and they pay their bills. Like, congratulations for paying your electric bill. I guess that means you deserve princess treatment. Meanwhile, these women are ill-mannered, don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to take constructive criticism. They only know how to focus on negative behaviors instead of positive behaviors. They have unhealed trauma that they constantly project onto other people. They're selfish and entitled and expect everyone to cater to them while they give nothing in return. They have poor time management. They don't have any priorities in place. They don't know how to focus. They don't know what they really want in life, which is why they dabble in everything and sleep around. They prefer negative attention rather than no attention at all. Their idea of positive friendships is how many followers they have, and their reputation online is more important than who they are in real life. Dismissive to anybody's feelings or opinions if it doesn't validate them. They bully people while simultaneously preaching women empowerment. But yet, they have so much to bring to the table because they're a functioning adult and they pay their bills. Make that make sense. Okay, bye.
Exactly. That's why so many guys are done with dating these modern women. Men are flipping the script, and it's about time. If she's not pulling in six figures or at least matching your hustle, why should she even be in your orbit? Men are tired of the double standards. This is why the Passport Bros movement is booming. There's a reason men are heading overseas to find women who value tradition, respect, and partnership. Quality women still exist, just not where the modern Western dating game is played. So guys are leveling up and seeking better options elsewhere because guess what? Men are no longer settling. Let's move on to the next clip.
I don't care what any baby mama say. Having to raise your kids by yourself is not a flex, and this is coming from a single mother. Listen to your sister. Don't let any baby mama deceive you into believing that being a single mother is more convenient than being a wife. You hear me? When I was pregnant with my daughter, I went through the whole pregnancy by myself. Ain't nobody going me to no appointments, no baby shower, no gender reveal. When my water broke, I got us to the hospital and from the hospital. And I can go on and on about my baby daddy. F my baby dad. F my baby dad. But I slept with him. So what kind of woman did that make me? A crazy motherfucker. Okay? You way too beautiful, way too smart, way too intelligent to be going through something like that. So live your soft girl life. Ain't nothing wrong with saying you too good to be a baby mama. You right. Because us strong black women not strong because we choose to be. We strong because we have to be.
This is why real high value men will go after single moms. Don't fight me on this because I'm a living proof. Not in my own life, but somebody that I know. A high value man knows his value and his worth and what he brings to a woman. There's going to be no child that is going to interfere with that. High value men want children, and real men are going to love children as their own, even if it's not their own. So you having a child is now an addition to their entire family that either they were seeking, that they wanted, or they were looking to create in the future. Now you have a child, and that's part of my family, and we're all a family. That's what a real high value man is. So if you ever hear a guy...
Listen up. This isn't just entertainment for you to scroll through mindlessly. This is a wake-up call. I want you to observe carefully and learn from what I'm sharing because I don't want you to go through the same pain and betrayal I did. Every story you hear, every lesson I share is a piece of armor against the games these women play. If you've got experiences of your own, if you face the heartbreak, the lies, the manipulation, don't stay silent. Share it in the comments or email me directly. Your story could be the lifeline that helps another brother avoid the same fate. Together we can build a fortress of knowledge and strength. So don't just watch, engage, share, and let's learn from each other. This is how we break the cycle. Let's continue.
Saying like, oh, you have a child, or, oh, I don't want nothing to do with that. That means, one, they're not going to love your child. And they're just looking at you as a piece of meat, not as their family. And number two, they probably don't have the means to take care of your child because they're broke bums and we don't want those men anyway. Now, mind you, I'm talking like I'm a single mom, but I know a lot of single mothers. And it doesn't always happen because you're irresponsible. It can literally happen. Get married, husband dies, now you're a single mother. Single widow, like whatever. But real, true, high-value men are going to be seeking or not avoiding someone because they're a mother. I think the real issue is that when people are dating and they're young, they're like, oh, I don't want to have a child and hang out with you at the same time. It's because they're children and they're not high value men. They're boys. Do not date these boys. You need to date men.
Ah, the old-fashioned coping mechanism strikes again. Some people seem to be living in their own little world. They'll tell you you're not a real man if you won't step up to raise someone else's child, but ask them if they'd be okay with their own sons dating a single mother. And suddenly it's crickets. And let's be real, high earning doesn't automatically equal high value. Personally, I believe a person's worth is all about their character and what they can achieve. Money's just there to take care of our needs, not something to measure ourselves by. So why compare ourselves based on income when there's so much more that truly defines us? Let's move on to the next clip.
Happy Mental Health Awareness Day to every single mom out there who feels completely lost, who feels isolated, who doesn't feel as beautiful as she used to feel, who feels confused and overwhelmed, who's fighting to figure out who the heck she is now. We just have to find a way to get through it, okay? And even on days when your best doesn't feel like enough, it is enough. And even though you feel like you don't deserve some time for yourself, you do. And you are still a priority if you let yourself be, okay? This is hard and you are tough. But I just want you to know you're not alone. Even though you feel alone, you're not. And even though you haven't brushed your teeth today, you are still very beautiful.
I'm no meteorologist, but I'm pretty sure it's raining bitches.
You could have had a good man. You didn't want him because he was a cornball. You go, you mess around with a bozo, have a baby by the bozo, and after you have a baby by the bozo, now all of a sudden you want to spin the block to the nigga that you didn't want to begin with. There are, and I'm not saying all, but there are a lot of single mothers who go after weak men.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of women will tell you all day, oh, being a stepdaddy is honorable. And a lot of them, they know damn well that man ain't gonna get nothing out of it.
They know damn well that they can up and leave, take half of his income, get alimony, depending on if they are able to swindle him into legally adopting the children. They can put him on child support. In certain states, you don't even have to have the man legally adopt him. If you can prove that he played a father figure role, you can put that man on child support. When men decide to take on responsibilities that are not theirs, they're taking a very big risk. I do not, me personally, because I can only speak for me, I do not see how it's worth it. When women are usually the ones that leave the relationships. Imagine getting into a relationship with a woman. She got a child. You become attached to the child. Then she up and leave, knowing you got an attachment to that child. And then she look at you and say, you're not.
Even though this woman is out here dropping truth bombs, most women still won't get it, or maybe they do, but they'd rather hit mute when it's inconvenient. Let's be real, there are zero benefits going down that road. You're not gaining anything, and you're risking losing everything. Throwing yourself into the stepdad role with modern women, that's like willingly tossing yourself to the wolves. Being a stepdad today is the ultimate L a man can take. Trust me, gents, it's the worst deal imaginable. No returns, no rewards, just headaches. Let's move on to the next clip.
That the next person loves you right. I pray that they treat you right. I pray that they talk to you right. I pray that they talk about you right. And I pray that God gives you the wisdom to know how to handle this kind of love.
How to find the boring guy. Okay, single moms, you want to find Mr. Right. I get it. You deserve to feel loved, but you can't find him until you do this. Get you right. Until you get yourself spiritually right, emotionally right, and financially right. Because if you don't get all three of those things right, and you're out swiping in the dating world, all you're going to meet up with are toxic men. Because when you're not emotionally, mentally, and financially fit, you will accept less than you deserve. Because you're not loving yourself. You don't even think you're worthy of the good guy, which we've deemed here the boring guy. It's not really boring. It's just not toxic. And I get it. You're in a hurry. But if you don't fix yourself first, it's going to take you even longer to meet a good man. And you'll get hurt even more. Trust me. I did it. I made a mistake. And I'm here to help you not repeat that same mistake.
Exactly. When all the Chads and Tyrones have checked out, the last resort is always the boring guy because he seems like the safe bet. It's like, oh well, he's got fewer options, so he'll probably accept me and my kids. That's literally what she's saying, teaching women to settle for a dude they're not even into, just for survival. Let's be real, though relationships like that are doomed. These women need that spark, that excitement, or else they'll lose interest fast. It's in their nature to be drawn to men they admire or feel a challenge from. Dating the boring guy will just drive them insane. It's like putting a lion in a hamster wheel. Sooner or later, she'll be looking for the exit. Let's move on to the next clip.
Being a single mum and dating in the Gold Coast is brutal. First of all, the universe is literally trying to tell me something because my ex, who I was in a traumatic relationship with, was Scorpio. And every single guy that wants to come up to me and get to know me is Scorpio, and they're on the same day as my ex or the day before or after his birthday. So I'm pretty convinced the universe is literally telling me to stay away from all men at this point until I do some serious healing. I really hate being that girl to straight up ask a guy, when's your birthday? Like I'm all woohoo and star signy. I don't know much about star signs besides stay the fuck away from Scorpio. I need to stay the fuck away from Scorpio. But there is just something so unbelievably attractive about Scorpio men. The confidence that these guys breathe. And whenever a man looks at me, I literally feel like everyone just parts ways for us. And then I find out he's Scorpio and it makes total freaking sense. Another weird thing is I'm attracting in a lot younger guys. I'm 36 years old and they're usually around 25 to 27. And I just feel like that's just a little too young for me. I'm also finding out guys here on the Gold Coast, they don't date. They just want to chill. I'm just like, what the fuck is chill? What is that? Turns out that's the obvious. It's coming over, it's banging, and it's bailing. And I am just not for that. I would much rather be spending time on my own than just feeling like literally a piece of meat. I did all of that dumb stuff in my 20s and I'm not about to just go backwards in life. So I've simply just come to the conclusion that I'm going to continue working on loving myself until the right guy shows up, but doesn't only show up, he is going to consistently keep showing up, keep wanting to see me, keep wanting to get to know me, asking the right questions, and then maybe I will give him the time of day.
Oh, she's definitely deep into the traumatized zone. Therapy? That should be her next stop, because it sounds like she's got a frequent flyer card for those banging and chilling sessions. And the kicker? She's obsessed with Scorpios. I mean, how many Scorpio men has she been with? Exactly. If your dating history reads like a horoscope column, it's time to reassess. Here's a pro tip, fellas. If she's out here basing her love life on star signs, that's your signal to run, and I mean run far. You don't need that cosmic chaos in your life. Trust me. Let's move on to the next clip.
Okay, here's what you're not gonna do on your next date. Waste your time, and 2, waste your money, especially as a single mom. I've been on brutal dates where I've paid for a babysitter, wasted money and time, my precious valuable time. I'm getting ready to drop Dalina off so mommy can go on a date. So what you are going to do as a single parent is download Stir. My biggest struggle with dating again as a single parent is having to explain that being a mom will always come first. As I'm dating again, I'll be honest, my standards are way higher. But being able to go on a date with someone who already understands parenthood and my busy schedule is one less thing to worry about.
Look, I know what you're going through. The games, the lies, the cheating. I've been there, betrayed, manipulated, left to pick up the pieces. I built this community because I refused to let that be my story anymore. And now I'm here for you, just like the other brothers standing with you, Stott. This isn't just another video. This is your escape from the madness, a place where you'll find men who've been through the exact same thing. I see you, brother. And when you join us, I'll be there, your real friend, ready to help you fight back and rise stronger. Hit that subscribe button, join the brotherhood, and stop playing their game. Welcome to Protective Perspective, where men take back their power.